Hey, this will be a video chart on ASYI. Got quite a few questions on this one, but pulling it up and looking at it, the thing that really stuck out is the chart pattern that is taking shape. One of my favorites, the falling wedge, and it'll be interesting to see what happens tomorrow and then next week. Just a friendly reminder that next week, due to Memorial Day, is only a 4-day week. But anyways, it'll be interesting to see how the price reacts within this pattern and see if anything comes out of it, or to just simply see if this is the beginning of a much further downwards move. So let's just get to the pattern here. This video is not going to be too long just because I'm going to draw this pattern, and it's just pretty much going to be a wait and see from there. So just using this low and that low, you can see that trendline did a good job of forecasting where this support level is going to be, this support level is going to be, and where that support level is going to be. So just a good little example there of the power of trend lines and charts. We'll make this part of the pattern green to represent support, and then the resistance portion up here, we're just going to use this high here and this high, and let's see how it does forecasting future levels of resistance. So let's make this line red for resistance, and you can see that, like I said, by just using these 2 points here, whoops, let's try that again, by using this point and this point, you can see it did a good job of forecasting where these future levels of resistance were going to be. Sure, it did break above it here, but by the time the closing bell rolled around, you can see the price had dropped below it. So this is our falling wedge pattern. When you look at the pattern and then look at the candle that was formed, not quite a spinning top, not quite a doji. If the body would have been a little shorter, that would have been a better candle. But when you look at the candle, its location relative to the support trend line, and then combine how there was some pretty big volume, maybe this was some sort of capitulation and the price is ready to head back up and at least give this a test. Maybe it won't break through it again, but given we're talking about a sub penny, a bounce from here all the way up to this resistance here would still be a nice little trade. So I'll be watching it, and it'll be interesting to see if this can produce some sort of breakout. Now if it comes up here and then breaks through here, then I wouldn't be surprised at all to see it retest this 50-day simple moving average up there. But one step at a time. This thing's first got to bounce from this trend line here, so I don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves. But nonetheless, it does have the falling wedge pattern, so it'll be it'll be a good show, and it'll be like I said, towards the top of my radar to just see if we can get any sort of bounce. Because like I said, even a bounce from here, and if it gets rejected up here again, that's still a nice, percentagely speaking, I don't know if that's a word, but we're going to use it. But percentagely speaking, that would still be a nice little trade there. So if there are any other questions on the chart, please let me know. If not, I'd encourage you to check out bullwarriorstocks.com. If you go there and sign up for the free newsletter, you'll be set a free ebook. With your newsletter subscription, you'll get chart setups, trade ideas, educational pieces, all sorts of things from big boards down to penny stocks. So there's a good variety, something for everybody. We've been making some good money together on alerts, so I'd encourage you to go to the website, sign up, and see what it's all about. One more time, this was ASYI. Thanks for listening.